Hey, welcome to Last Week in Real Estate, where we focus on what actually matters, what it means to you, and how it moves you closer to buying, building, and benefiting. What are we going to do here? What do we do here at talktojosh.net? We're always helping you buy your first home, helping you build your investment portfolio, and helping you benefit others because you've built your foundation with that first home. You've grown your investment portfolio that kind of builds you that ongoing reoccurring income, and now you can benefit others because you've kind of separated yourself from the rest of the world. You're able to benefit and help and serve others. All right, so rates moved up early last week. They did improve on Friday. More importantly, buyers right now have something that the seller lost, right? The seller lost leverage. The sellers could say, you know what, we're waiting on that Fed announcement. Rates are going to drop. We're going to have more buyers. But in reality, rates went up a little bit last week. You say, I'm a buyer. I don't want rates to go up. Listen, when rates go up, you've got more leverage with the sellers. They're getting a little more desperate. They're thinking, you know what, if rates go up, I'm going to lose all these buyers. So this is a good time to kind of push that leverage you have. Okay, the Federal Reserve, they paused. They did not drop rates. They didn't raise rates. In fact, they indicated that rates were not likely to, they weren't likely to make cuts to that Federal Reserve rate in the near future. So that kind of helps us with a little bit of stability. It helps us kind of know that there's not these big rate cuts coming, and we're kind of going to stay where we're at for a little bit. Now, the Fed's decision's not the only thing that impacts rates. Other things impact rates. Unemployment claims came in low for a second straight week. Continuing claims dropped to the lowest level since September of 2024. So what does that mean for you? For home buyers, this matters because steady employment supports consumer confidence and keeps housing demand stable. The big takeaway, the economy is showing signs of stability. So when job security is strong, it creates a healthier environment for real estate decisions. Consumer confidence, on the other hand, it fell in January to its lowest level since 2014. So the stability is there in the numbers, but people's emotions also drive a lot of decisions for sellers and buyers. So there's less confidence in the economic outlook than there has been since 2014, okay? So the feelings matter. So how do you help buyers and sellers who are really kind of emotional right now, in spite of numbers that still say everything's okay? Well, you just help them know which side of the table they're on, all right? So if you're a buyer, point to those steady numbers because those steady numbers say things are okay. If you're a seller, point to those steady numbers again and say things are okay, but if you're starting to feel this urgency, you got to be a little bit more realistic about the price of this home you're selling. Are you priced right? Okay. Home buyer deal cancellations, they surged in December. I think that this coming concern caused a lot of people in December to back out. In fact, 40,000 people that had signed a purchase agreement, they canceled in December of 2025. So what does that mean? Well, it doesn't have to mean more than it is. It's just, it happened. I had that happen with a buyer in December. They canceled a purchase agreement. Guess what? They're already under contract. They're already pre-approved. All their stuff was already ready. So we already have them clear to close. They're talking to the sellers trying to move the closing date up. So what happened last week? Well, some of those people from December, they got under contract to buy another home. They had that moment of fear, but they're moving on. They're pressing forward. So if you're a realtor and you had somebody canceled, don't panic. Just help them take the next steps. Okay, housing applications, they're kind of flat. Overall applications dropped 8.5% from a year ago. That's kind of just what happens when rates move up. That happened last week. Rates moved up. Everybody kind of got a little bit of concern. Okay, according to ICE, the Intercontinental Exchange, okay? This is a large American financial and services and technology company. And what it does is it just kind of watches home prices, okay? We've got a lot of ice going on around, right? We've got the ice we're thinking about all over the country and in Minnesota. We've got the ice that's outside in our yards if you live in this area in North Carolina. But what's going on with this ice? Well, according to ICE Home Price Index, home prices grew by 0.7% in 2025. Now, that's all homes, but single-family homes actually grew by a full 1%. I'm always telling people, when's the best time to buy? Yesterday. If you didn't buy yesterday, buy today. The reason I say it's the best time to buy is because when you're renting, that money goes away 100%. Every time you write a check, every month, it's gone. But when you buy, for the most part, over the last 100 years, the value of your home has gone up at some kind of steady rate. 99 out of the last 100 years, you've made money on a home that you own. So that's why I spend a lot of time talking about helping people buy, build, and benefit others. Okay, we believe your first home should be the beginning of something much bigger, a journey towards freedom, a life with options, and the ability to make a difference in the lives of others. That's why our mission is simple. Buy your home, build your freedom, and benefit others. We're the Talk to Josh team. We're here to help you turn home ownership into lasting freedom and freedom into meaningful impact. You know, when you're free, when you've got some income coming from investment properties, and you own your own home, you're not renting, you can't just be kicked to the streets because you own a home, you're paying for, it's going up in value. When you've bought that foundation and you started building that future, it's a lot easier to benefit others. Okay, quote for the day: success usually comes to those who are too busy to be searching for it. All right, success usually comes to those who are too busy. You know, it means getting out there and working, going for it. Keep going, keep investing, keep working. And if you're busy with that, success will probably show up. All right, I'm here to help you any way I can. talktojosh.net. You can schedule an appointment with me. You're welcome to call or text me. I try to text back as quickly as I can. 828-238-2682. Love to help you any way I can. Reach out today.